Welcome to New Comic Book Day Radio, and this week in New Comic Book Day history. Wolverine vs. Omega Red. The Eurasian Republic leaders have learned that their prized weapon has joined the opposition, and Wolverine busts out a secret weapon when Omega Red comes to reclaim him. All of this and more in Ultimate Wolverine, Issue 10. Regroup, and the future of the X-Men? The X-Men lick their wounds after the climactic battle against the children of Adam. But what is Alma's fate? And what happened to her when she chased the Shadow King into the astral plane? Find out this week in Ultimate X-Men, Issue 20. Spidey and his cosmic friends. Who is the space-faring Spider-Man and his crew? You may recognize Rocket Raccoon, and you may have heard of Sunbeam, Simbi. The other companions have a huge impact on Spider-Man and may hold a key to some mysteries that have been brewing. This week in The Amazing Spider-Man, Issue 13. And now, Spider-Man Noir, number 1. Brush up on the coolest Spider-Man before he hits the small screen. Peter Parker is a private detective by day, vigilante Spider-Man by night. Things were going well until a certain dame walked into his office to ask for Peter to solve the case of her father's murder. The dame's name? Gwen Stacy. This case may not only break George Stacy's police department, but Spider-Man himself. Deadpool and Wolverine, Issue 10. Apocalypse tomorrow. Apocalypse's endgame is in sight. Will Wolverine and Deadpool serve their mutant overlord, or abandon the executioners? If the massive Legacy 2.0 powered Wolverine creature is introduced last issue is any indication, it will be an uphill battle. X-Men Age of Revelations Overture, Issue number 1. X years later, the Revelations territory stretched from the Atlantic to the Mississippi, a mutant-topia ruled by the heir of Apocalypse, but beneath the surface, rebellion brews. As a ragtag X-Men team strikes down from the shadows, Revelations face the threats from within. It all begins here, the dawn of the Age of Revelation. New Avengers, Issue number 5. Imperious Rex, Namor's corrupted double, is mutating at an alarming speed, and its newest iteration is out of control and on a rampage. With a city under siege, the new Avengers must rally to stop the monstrous clone before it decimates everything in its path. Star Wars Issue number 6. A New Republic on the brink of war. Luke, Han, and Valance face off against a swarm of Clone War-era threats. Princess Leia plays the only card left she has against the mounting threat. Ryan Zenit discovers a clue that sheds light on the struggles of the mysterious Naga. Red Hulk, Issue number 9. Mission Latveria. Thunderbolt Ross is a fugitive in his own country, but he still has a secret allies inside the government. When he calls in a favor, he gets the help he needs to launch a mission to Latveria to clear his name to take on the Werewolf and Doom. Venom, Issue 250. The Return of Noel. Venom and Mary Jane Watson are stuck with each other, and life just isn't letting up. But at least things can't get worse, can they? While the heats keep coming on Earth, the cult of the Void gathers in the depths of space, and only one Skrull soldier knows their terrible secret. Null has returned, and nowhere in the galaxy is safe. Join us as Venom celebrates its legacy with 250. Spirits of Violence number 1. Ghost Riders unite. When a strange group of new villains set their sinister plans in motion, Ghost Riders past, present, and future must combine forces to save the world. But just who is the Spirit of Violence, and what horrors do they bring from Johnny Blazes and Danny Ketch's past? Forget everything you knew about Ghost Rider. The most climactic ride in history starts here. Halloween Trick or Read 2025. Venom Lethal Protector Issue 1. White Tiger Reborn Issue 1. Ava Alea is the current wielder of the powers of the White Tiger, bearing an amulet of power that imbued its host with a connection to mystical power and martial arts prowess. As Ava returns to her old stomping grounds to protect the innocent, she becomes embroiled with a mystery that forces her to confront her family's murder and convoluted history linking them with the White Tiger, Mantle. The rest is a lot to read, but I assure you it will be great this week. Marvel and DC Spider-Boy Facsimile Edition Issue 1. As iconic heroes of two worlds collide in an amalgam universe, get ready to meet Pete Ross, your friendly neighborhood clone known as Spider-Boy. Join the amazing arachnid kid mid-fight as he protects Project Catamus from the deranged DN alien Bizarre Range. But even if he can solve the problem, big trouble lies ahead courtesy of somehow giant-sized King Lizard. Can Spider-Boy bring his reptilian rogue down to size in time to meet the blind date lined up for him by his ally, Otto Octavius? Face it, Tiger, you're dying to find out. X-Men, the Undertow Issue 1. These X-Men are still uncanny. After the fall of Krakoa, Lifeguard must decide what the X-Men's dream means in a world that seems to be growing more unfriendly to the mutants faster than she can adapt to. Then, Beak and his family share Thanksgiving with the X-Men, but Beak is still unable to be a hero the family needs, or is he playing pretend? And including the Venom, I see 6 free comics. Make sure you get your free comics. And thank you for watching this section of the video. And now into our DC Comics. Starting with Absolute Superman, issue 12. No one defeats the will of Ra's al Ghul. If Superman does not accept his place as the son of Demon, the Lazarus Corp will rain hell on the people most precious to Kal-El, the people of Smallsville. So begins the invasion of Kansas. Batman, issue number 2. Injured, cuffed, and tossed in the back of a GCPD paddy wagon with a dozen uncuffed and violent criminals, Robin, Tim Drake, will have used everything he's learned from the Dark Knight if he hopes to survive his own Dark Knight. Absolute Green Lantern, issue number 7. How far out is the world that's coming? From across the depths of space, the Black Stars are turning their attention towards Earth, and only Tamar-Re stands in their way. Absolute Evil, issue number 1. It's the 1-year anniversary of the Absolute Universe, and its villains stand united. Without heroes, without protection, without restraint, there is only absolute evil. The emergence of superheroes has caught the attention of the world, and it's certainly caught the attention of the people who run it. Ra's al Ghul, Veronica Cale, Eleanor Thrawn, Hector Harmon, and the mysterious Joker have worked at cross purposes until now. But this growing threat requires new ways of thinking and new partnerships. An insidious betrayal from within their ranks is imminent, and if they don't take action, they'll lose control of their planet that was built on their playground. Batgirl, issue number 12. An unexpected call from the Bat family brings Cass to speed on the happenings in Gotham and pushes Batgirl to dive headfirst into a mysterious, far beyond the street she knows. What she uncovers is anything but expected. With new allies by her side, Batgirl must lead a dangerous mission on the snow-capped peaks of the Himalayas, where the war is brewing. Long-buried secrets are waiting to be unearthed. The truth won't stay hidden forever, but some answers come at the cost. Poison Ivy, issue number 37. Poison Ivy travels back to Gotham City in search of aid, only to be confronted by Batman. Turns out he's not too pleased about Ivy's whole, "I wound up taking the terrorist organization and I told you I'd dismantle it in return you were not arresting me" thing. With the truce between the Bat family and Ivy hanging in the balance, who does Ivy have to kill in order to make it all better? Birds of Prey, issue number 26. Trying to prevent the Shadows Army's latest plan from turning into a live-action bloodbath in a bustling Gotham, the Birds of Prey give new meaning to the word to cover as they head inside a game called The Unreality, with an ally they cannot possibly trust at their side. Justice League, the Omega Act Special Number 1, a special oversized prologue to DC's biggest event of the year. Everything since DC All-In Special Number 1 has been building to this moment. Time Trapper is on the run from Darkseid's Legion, racing through time to learn how to stop Darkseid's conquest. He witnesses the future is already lost, and the only hope of survival lies within the Justice League. The Time Trapper has a plan to save the DCU, but it means making an impossible offer to the League. JSA, issue number 12. The JSA's back against the wall as the Nameless Ones have entered our plane of reality. Wotan and the Injustice Society are victorious, but never count on the world's first super team. DC's Xantanic Panic, issue number 1. Spooky stories for terrifying times, featuring bone-chilling tales from some of the comics' most fearsome, fabulous, and harrowing artists, with spine-tingling shorts starring Batman, Ambush Bug, Raven, the Demon, Plastic Man, Swamp Thing, and of course, the Mistress of Magic herself, Zatanna, as they summon the spirit and struggle against the supernatural. Adventures of Superman, Book of L, issue 2. Superman is trapped in a far-flung future, flight alongside his own descendants for an Earth he doesn't recognize. Here, the House of El has been featured and lost, exiled from Earth and haunted by its enemies. Can Superman reunite the Elves in time to save the universe from his most powerful enemy and find his way back to his own time? Familiar faces return and terrifying villains make his first appearance in the Book of El's explosive second issue. Cheetah and Cheshire rob the Justice League, issue number 3. With the crew assembled, Cheetah and Cheshire's plan kick into high gear. The only problem? If they can figure out how to gain access to the world's most secure facility, the heist could be off before it even begins. As team's dynamics continue to evolve, it would be a shame if anything went sideways. Gotham Academy, first year, number 1. All of Silverlock has a problem, and it's shaped like Gotham's favorite hero, Batman. He saved her when her mom lost control and got Commissioner Gordon to pawn her off to Bruce, who has promptly shuffled her to Gotham Academy boarding school with a bunch of awful rich kids, as if she wasn't traumatized enough already. I am not reading the rest of this, but if you wish to enjoy it, I hope you do. Teen Titans Go, issue number 8. Raven's got a problem. The only way she can save the entire Earth from becoming a playground of her demonic brothers is to win the Atheros trials by fire. Her human teammates are the greatest backup, but it all comes down to one last event. If they can scare the demons badly enough, they can save their planet. How lucky are you, feeling Earthlings? The Department of Truth, issue number 0. The Department of Truth celebrates its 5th anniversary with an extra-length 0 issue. A new day has dawned on the Department of Truth. Lee Harvey Oswald and his ruthless recruits are ready to do whatever it takes to make the agency great again. Don't miss the critical turning point in this Eisner-nominated series. Rook Exodus, issue 7. The critically acclaimed series returns. The quest to save Bloodhound begins. Once the most respected of the wardens, the father of Dire Wolf has disappeared, vanished off the wildlife grid. With whispers of madness following his wake, now the remaining wardens must band together to find him, or stop him. And the fate of the Exodus is at stake. Also, meet Stag, the mysterious deer warden with knowledge that could shake the very roots of the wild. Gunslinger Spawn, issue 47. The law is hot on the heels of the Gunslinger Spawn. The authorities are still looking for him and Linda. Now, he has a choice to make. Abandon her and make his escape, or stay and risk losing his freedom. The Walking Dead Deluxe, issue 122. All-out war continues. Negan has a plan. The Scorched, issue 45. The Viscerator and her team of hellbent villains continued the assault on the beleaguered members of the Scorched. The Rockefellers, issue number 9. This senses-shattering issue gets to the big why. Why did the Rockefellers leave the 25th century behind? Why did Rihanna betray her family and hunt them down? Why did Rex the dog cross the road? Get to the other time. Rat City, issue 18. The deviant has come to accept his new lot in life. As a former soldier, he has always wanted to help his people. Now, he can be the hero that he's meant to be. Sam and Twitch Case Files, issue 18. The stunning conclusion is finally at hand. The facts are all laid bare as the mastermind behind Twitch's recent problems is revealed. Kaya, issue 30. The shocking conclusion to book 5. After a battle for the ages, Kaya and Jin's destiny is forever changed. G.I. Joe, Cold Slither, issue 1. The greatest band ever reunites to rock and rule the world. Discover the true story of what happened to the Cold Slither through the eyes of the band themselves. Good Devils Don't Play Fair with Evil, issue 1. From Nick Dragotta and David Brothers comes the 3 tales that hit like a truck. Who will rule the roost when the post-apocalypse? Will the greatest boxer alive actually live up to his self-proclaimed legend? And who will survive in America? The Author Immortal, issue 1. A story about the stories that shape us and the power they still hold. Hector Ramirez is a failed writer who gets the opportunity of a lifetime to help reboot a fantasy book series that a childhood blur. The Umbrella Academy, Plan B, issue number 3. With the Sparrows running the show, everyone is seeking help to cope with their new reality. Claus is in a support group, 5 is auditioning for a job, Space Boy is having transcending conversations with his childhood hero, and Rumor is about to have a surprise that might put her world upside down. Between visions from the past and plans for the future, a mother just wants to see her children grow together again. Not grow together. Just together again. Arcbound, issue 6. Separated from his team and faced with a terrible bargain, Kai must choose a side, but not before he learns the horrible truth about his betrayal. Huck, Big Bag World, issue 5. The people out there with gifts like Huck's are hiding because they're afraid of being found. But now that Huck has brought them into the light, they've never been more in danger. Who is the man whose job it is to kill super people, and why is he doing it? Kill All Immortals 2, issue 1. The Asvlads were once a powerful billionaire Viking family with a source of secret immortality, until the family's own daughter, Frey Asvlad, led her brothers into a principled rebellion to overthrow their barbaric father and end their eternal powers. But when an ancient and supernatural advisory threatens to destroy their precocious empire and kill them one by one, they must band together as a family and survive another deadly war and dare to test their new mortality. Tex Akram, issue 3. To negotiate a truce between the two warring families and end the deadly plagues that terrorize the Heartland, Avery must infiltrate a lavish Louisiana riverboat wedding only to square off against ancient Eastern magics. It's Jaws on the Mississippi with deadly Chinese water dragon and just a dash of swampland voodoo. Minor Threats, The Last Devil Alive, issue 1. Frankie Fullis, a.k.a. Supervillain Playtime, has hit rock bottom. Her criminal empire was left in ruins after her ex-lover, Scalper's betrayal. The secret deal she cut with the superhero team, the Continuum, was exposed along with her secret identity, forcing Frankie to flee and disappear off-grid. 3 years later, she's resurfaced, recruiting friend and foe alike to help her uncover a secret that threatens Twilight City. Resident Alien, The Book of Changes. The FBI's Icarus program is looking for alien life in America, and they just might be back in patience soon, looking for Harry and his family. Alien ambassadors from Harry's foam planet plan to divert authorities through and brew up a distraction from Top Town, perhaps a permanent one. Masters of the Universe, Andra, number 1. Adapting to a new role as a man-at-arms, Andrea finds herself struggling with training new cadets. They must be ready to fight against all and any threats, magical or otherwise. But if Andrea can believe in it herself, how can she expect anyone to follow her lead? When a call for assistance on Orca's island turns out to be a magical threat for evil Count Marzo, Andrea will have to delve into her past and use her technical know-how to find her own power if she hopes to save Eternia. And with all that being said, that concludes the Big 4 comics coming out this week. And this week in comic book history.